Hi, I'm Sasha Warner. I am a guidance counselor here at St. John Catholic High School, and this video is about grade 10 course selections. So the target audience is parents of students in grade 9 going into grade 10. In this presentation, we'll be talking about compulsory credits, academic versus applied streams, extended French programming, extra compulsory requirements, elective credits, and summer school. I've included a picture here so you know who our guidance team is. So the blonde is me, Sasha Warner, and the far right is Tiffany Daou, our other guidance counselor. And then behind Tiffany, you'll see Erin Truhaas, our guidance office administrator, Janet Brady, our finance secretary, and John Wayne Donaldson, our student support worker. Okay, so compulsory courses. In grade 10, it's a lot like grade 9 in that students don't get a lot of electives. There's a lot of compulsory credits covered in grade 9 and 10. The big difference between grade 9 and 10 is that grade 10 compulsories are not de-streamed. So grade 10 compulsories are streamed. You can see above me here that the compulsory students have to take are English, math, science, history, civics and careers, and religion. Okay. Okay. So in grade 10, there are three course levels. There's academic, applied, and locally developed. So academic, in terms of course planning, you are headed towards university level courses in grade 11 and 12. It focuses on essential concept, but also explores some tangential related concepts. It emphasizes a lot of theory, but also some practical applications, and tends to have more homework. Applied is, in terms of planning, heading towards college level classes in grade 11 and 12. It focuses on essential concepts. It emphasizes practical application, so really thinking about real world applications of what students are learning. And then the third stream is locally developed. Locally developed focuses on essential concepts and really breaks them down for students. It really emphasizes real world applications, and it leads to workplace level courses in grade 11 and 12. Now, in my blueprint where we do course selections, you will not find locally developed courses. They have to be approved by the ministry every year. That usually doesn't happen until April. So Tiffany and I go back and fix that later. If your student is a locally developed student, put them in the applied stream for now. So for example, if they should be in locally developed math, you're going to put them in applied math for now in my blueprint, and we will go back and fix that after. Okay, so the streamed compulsory courses that are in those three levels are English, math, science, and history. The best way that you can decide what level your student should be in is ask their teachers. Now, I know they're just starting some courses in semester 2, so that might be a little trickier, but their semester 1 teachers would be able to give you a good idea of which stream would be best for them. Okay, then the other two compulsory courses are open. So civics and careers and religion. Civics and careers, we bunch them together because together they make one credit, but technically they're two separate courses, each running for a half semester, scheduled in the same time slot. So the first half of the semester, the students would take civics, and the second half of the semester, the student would take careers. Okay, if your student is in extended French means they are taking 7 courses in French over the course of their high school career. Each year, they take a French language course from 9 until 12. And then in addition to that, they have to take 3 additional subject courses in the language of French, but it's a different subject matter. At our school, if they are taking the traditional in-class route, they need to select as one of their electives FEF2D, which is French Language Extended French. So that is an elective. And then for history, instead of choosing English history, they're going to choose history in French, CHC2D, but make sure you choose the one with the F on the end of it to indicate that it is in the French language. In addition to those compulsories and the necessary French, if your student's in extended French, don't forget a few more compulsories. So students now have to take one tech in grade 9 or 10. Now, we worked really hard to make most students take tech in grade 9, but in the event that your student did not take a grade 9 tech course, please choose a tech as one of their electives in grade 10. In addition to that, students do have to take an art course sometime in high school before they graduate. So if your student hasn't taken art yet, they may want to take art in grade 10. And same with physical education. You have to take physical education sometime once between grade 9 and 12. I'll show you what we have. We have a couple options in person, but do keep in mind that when they hit grade 11, if your student is someone who is really anxious about being in a fitness classroom, there is an online Health for Life course that they could take in grade 11 or 12 that's entirely online and does not involve a fitness or gym classroom. Okay, so in grade 10, we have lots of elective course options. You can see the list of arts on the left-hand side of your screen. New to grade 10s would be guitar, which is a fun option for lots of students. Something we're seeing if there's enough interest in this year is vocal music. Mr. Doucette, our music teacher, has requested that students who go into vocal music have already taken instrumental music so that they understand how to read music. So if your student has already taken instrumental music, they can go ahead and put in vocal music. If they have not, they should select instrumental music for semester 1, and then vocal music will be scheduled for semester 2 if there's enough interest. The one exception to that would be if your student is taking, say, piano lessons outside of school. We can talk to Mr. Doucette about an exemption to that because they can read music. Another thing to note is ComTech. If your student is someone who absolutely loves computers and enjoys, Photoshop and that sort of thing, if they took ComTech as a tech course in grade 9 to fulfill that grade 9 or 10 tech requirement, they can take grade 10 media arts. It is a continuation of the ComTech foundations they learned in grade 9, but it's an arts credit. It's coded with an A, so it's an arts credit, but it is ComTech, the same thing, just very slight differences. If your student took a different tech in grade 9 and is eager to take ComTech and needs that arts credit, they can choose the coded grade 10 arts credit. It doesn't have a prerequisite. Visual art. All of these, none of these courses that are listed here, except for the vocal music, none of them have prerequisites, so it's okay to take a grade 10 coded course, which is the 2O in those arts. French, as I mentioned, if they're in extended French, that has to be one of their electives. Our options for phys ed are healthy active living, which is the sports gym. So, things like soccer, basketball, volleyball, badminton, that sort of thing. PAF 2O, personal fitness, is the option for students who are more interested in learning about fitness in the weight room, right? So they're doing weights, stretching, cardio, all the stuff about how to take care of your body in a more fitness-oriented classroom. Tech, students can certainly take another tech. We have hospitality and tourism, construction tech, and ComTech, which I talked quite a bit about in the arts section. If your student is interested in some grade 11 electives, they can ask us for the grade 11 elective sheet, and they can put those in as either an elective or as an alternate. It is important to note that we are a small school. We often only have one section of a lot of courses running. So even though they might choose something, it doesn't necessarily mean it'll fit in their schedule. And also in grade 10, when kids are coming to the end of grade 9 and into grade 10, they're often thinking about starting to work ahead. So they maybe want to take something in summer school. It doesn't mean necessarily that what you want to work ahead in will fit in your schedule in grade 10. So just keep that in mind as a caveat. And that brings us to summer school. So lots of students at the end of grade 9 maybe don't have a summer job or are looking for summer school options. You are going to, if your student is planning on taking summer school, enter your courses for next year as if they are not taking summer school. So for example, if your student is planning on taking civics and careers in the summer, still put civics and careers in their timetable. The reason for this is that we don't have a flag if they don't end up taking it. So we would rather have it in their timetable and take it out in August than not have it in their timetable for next year and something happened that they can't take summer school. And then we don't have a flag to say, oh, hey, this kid didn't take civics and careers, for example. Okay, so put it in their timetable or in their selections even if you think they're going to take it this summer. Okay. Registration for summer school opens in late April or early May. Watch your email for that, and students can be listening to announcements. We always put lots of announcements in when that time comes. They are first come, first serve. Keep in mind for summer school, it is delivered only in the month of July and not even the whole month of July. So it's basically an entire semester worth of content delivered in 3.5 weeks. So you can expect to have a considerable amount of time put into the course during the month of July, perhaps 6 hours or more, depending on the course that you're planning on taking in the summer. And like I mentioned in the previous slide, if you're taking summer school to reach ahead, we can't guarantee that the grade 11 course that you want to fit in your timetable next year will, because we often are only offering one section of every course per year. So sometimes it comes up against a grade 10 compulsory that you need and it just doesn't fit, and we have to prioritize your grade 10 courses. Okay, so if you have any questions, you can pause the video right here. I have Tiffany's and my extensions and emails listed there. As always, make sure you're following our Facebook page in particular, because there's always new announcements coming up. And on our website, we do have additional information under the guidance tab that might be of use for you. Thank you very much for taking your time. As always, you can reach out if you have any questions at all. Thank you.